everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in The Sims 4, we're making a rec center in Nordhaven. It's not actually a rec center, it's just like a small business venue lot. So someone will have to, I guess, own it. But I wanted to do this because, well, I don't know. I thought it would just be nice to make this a business lot, I guess. Technically, it doesn't matter that much because I had this idea to make a rec center for Nordhaven because I was like, it would be so cool if you could just go here and teach classes, except you can only do lectures. You can't really do a class to earn money. You would need to own the lot, which I think is very sad. But I guess for storytelling purposes, you could just give a lecture. You just won't get any money out of it. Or I guess you could play pretend and say you earned money and like maybe give yourself this much each person who listens. I don't know. But it just sucks. I just wish they didn't do that. I guess the main reason is because they want you to have a business, but like I feel like I should be able to play this game how I want. So if I want to teach at a lot that isn't mine, I should be able to. I don't know why they chose that, but it makes me sick. If there's a mod that lets you, teach classes without you owning a lot, please let me know. And if you're a moderator listening to this, I don't know if it would be possible, but if it is, like if you could make that possible, that would be great, and I will greatly appreciate it. Um, because it's just annoying, that that is a limitation that we have. But there is a rec center preset, I guess, for the businesses. So the options are painting, workout, play table games, play on or playground equipment or whatever. And I feel like there's something else. Oh no, there isn't anything else. I just added the fifth option, which is to, I guess, teach, do a lecture, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we have a little classroom, we have a little art studio, a little gym. I think, the gym is the largest room in here pretty much. It's a very small rec center. Like, I'm pretty sure this is I don't know how big this lot is. I want to say 30 by 20. I think it's a 30 by 20 lot. Um, so yeah, this is me just checking the options again, but yeah, it's a 30 by 20 lot. So this is like the smallest rec center I have ever made. Well, no, actually, I think I did make a rec center in Oasis Springs. I just didn't record it at the time because I made that so quick. Like, I made it quickly. I think I made it quickly because I was like doing it for my own gameplay. But yeah, we have a bigger bathroom upstairs with showers for the gym, and then downstairs there's just a singular bathroom. But yeah, I like to think I didn't use that much packs, but it is more than a page. So I used plenty of packs, but not as much as I probably would have if this was a bigger lot. I probably should have went in with like the packs disabled if I wanted to limit them, but yeah, I just started using Germ Home Decorator, and then I started using the Blooming Rooms kit, and then I was like, yeah, this isn't so good. But yeah, I got to use the new bathroom tiles, so that's nice. Love that. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the floor plan. I was kind of struggling a bit because I was like, oh my gosh, this might be too small. Where does the art room go? Where does the gym go? Where does the classroom go? I really had no idea. And then I was kind of like wanting to do this skylight because I was kind of trying to match this building to the building next door. Cuz it's, like so they look, you know, related, I guess you could say. So I used like a light paneling on the outside. I used a white paint. I don't want to say it's paint, but whatever, on the outside, just so it looks alike. And then for the roof on the shell building, it had like these black panels. Obviously, I assume, yes, it's probably supposed to be glass, but of course you can't see through it. But I ended up just painting it, I think, just black instead of doing the glass roof because just with the glass roof, it's kind of annoying with the lights, and I wanted to use nice lights, so I decided to get rid of it, but also just because it wasn't gonna be like centered, I guess, because I made the bathroom a little bit bigger, I think, or smaller. I'm not sure. I go back and forth between the 2. Um, but yeah, at first I was thinking like, "Oh, I would love if the gym and the art studio was both upstairs." But as you can tell here, no, this is the classroom. Very small, only can sit 4 people, but, like, sometimes they don't even sit. I feel like they stand most of the time anyways. So it doesn't really matter. And I will say, I feel like later in the build, I kinda struggled because when I went downstairs to furnish the main area, the one you walk right into, I felt like I don't know what I was doing. I just felt like the space felt so open and empty. I do figure it out later at the end, but at the entrance, that's where I put the game tables. I also put 3 computers. I put like a little seating area. I put a vending machine. So all of that is nice, but at first, it was just the game tables and I wasn't sure what else I should put. But then I thought about the actual rec center lot, and those have the actual rec center in Santa Sequoia has computers, so I decided to add that in. And I was like, you know what, we can have a sitting area as well because I mean, I wanted a sitting area at first, I just didn't know where to put it. But now we're working on the gym area. And then for the playground equipment, I just put monkey bars. Because again, this is a very small lot, so I couldn't fit the other stuff. But yeah, I put like every workout equipment I think, except for the, like, rock climbing wall, I guess. That is too big. And then on the little balcony, I think I put yoga and a telescope. Telescope random, but it's fine. I thought it was fun. But here's the thing, a little trick, I guess you could say. I don't know if I should probably wait to say it, but I'll say the trick right now because why not? But basically, since the game tables are on the first floor, I was able to make a basement and then raise the tables that I wanted them to use instead of the game table up to the correct height. And then basically you would shrink down the game table and they would play on the table that you wanted to use that's basically or the game thinks is still in the basement. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I guess you'll see it in the speed build when we get to that point. But right now working in the bathroom, and when doing the game tables, I was kind of back and forth. Like, I was really fighting to do that because I did not want to use, I don't know why. Like, I guess it would have been fine if I used that game table. Like, it wasn't the worst choice in the world. But I just wanted to, I don't know. I guess I don't know. I, I don't know. I don't like that we're stuck to using only certain game tables. I wish single tile um I wish single tile tables also counted as game tables cuz that would just be so much cooler. Like that would be so nice cuz they're the same height. So like in my opinion, I think the games should be portable. Like they should be in their own little box or something that you could like probably have in your Sims inventory or keep it in a keepsake box or whatever. And and then if you wanted to play with it, you would drag it onto the single tile dining table, like I just wish for a feature like that. But now we're working on the bathroom. It's pretty simple. I finally figured it out. So yeah, we have a tiny shower space, only one, but I don't think, well, people do tend to show up here, I guess, kind of stinky, which I don't like. Like, why? Is that a feature? Um, but yeah, now we're working. Well, no, we're not working down here yet. I just decided that I wanted to use this plant and I decided to put it downstairs. That was what I did. But yeah, these are the game tables that I used, well, the ones from Growing Together. And then I used the dining table from Business and Hobbies, and that is the one that I raised up from the basement. We're using the Dream Home decorated chairs, and the thing is, you still have to select the game table. So yeah, so I didn't shrink it down that much. I do have Tool in my, I have Tool. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I have Tool in my game at the moment, and I shrinked it down, whereas you can still see it, but if you don't look that hard, I guess you could miss it. And one of the tricks you can do to make the table look the same color, I guess as it should look, is to put a light in the basement, but sometimes that doesn't work out, or yeah, or maybe most of the time it doesn't work out, and I just haven't noticed that for other things. Cause I feel like one time I raised up a couch from the basement so my sim could sit there at the dining table on a couch instead of on a chair because I thought that was the vibes. And I didn't really notice it looking weird. So what I ended up doing to make the table look better is basically raising the light up into the table, but you can't see it. And it should still be functional. I did test it with her. Um, so yeah. And then I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. I could probably make, well, no, I mean, I could probably make that work. Because I would just have to put only 3 chairs instead of 4. I was trying to make like a I wasn't trying to, but I was kind of thinking of it, make a 2 tile wide table work. Cause that could be cool too, I guess. But right now I'm in Tool. I just got it back, so I'm a little rusty. Not that I knew anything about Tool the first time, but yeah. Anyways, I'm still debating on the tables. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use a square table or if a square table was better than a circle table just because like with the square table I guess then nothing will be floating technically. Um but yeah, obviously I've it would still work, I'm sure. But yeah, I also put a kiosk um on the outside so you may have to pay. But it's okay. And like when doing this, I guess when shrinking things, like they don't shrink all the way down if you don't have tool mod. So like people suggest like, oh, you can just cover it up with something. But in this case, you can't use it. Like if you wanted to switch the game, you would have to click on the table. So if you click on it or if you change the game to be like if you choose it to be puzzles, the puzzle box will pop up and you can click on the puzzle box to do puzzles, but you can't click on the symbols box to do symbols. So you still need to click on the table. So it shouldn't be that hard to click. I don't think I sized it down that hard or that much. I don't know the right wording, but yeah, I finally figured it out basically. Took me long enough. Honestly, also it didn't take me this long to build. It only took me 2 hours and 2 minutes. And I will say the video you saw yesterday, it is a let's build and it took me an hour and like 45 minutes to record. And that's probably the reason why I don't do many let's builds because it takes me forever. Like I built a house in The Sims using only base game and nifty knitting. And it took me almost as long as this, which I think is kind of crazy, but I guess it makes sense because I was talking and building at the same time. But it's just crazy how that basically took me 2 hours to finish, I guess. And yeah, I was on a time crunch. I had to pause eventually because my mother came home, and I finished it a little bit later. But yeah, I was kind of shocked at how long that took me. Um, but it's fine. It is what it is. It's okay. But yeah, I'm figuring out the window situation now because I was like, I probably should get more windows. That would be cool. Um, and yeah, I think this is a simple lot, I guess, a simple building. It's not much to it. The first floor is medium height, which I hate. You probably saw at the beginning, like me trying to raise certain parts up. But yeah, I decided against that because I would have to put a staircase and then it would just be too much. But I don't really like medium wall height. Also, I do have kind of this weird idea of like building, I guess you could say, like a house with tall wall height. That would probably be the ugliest, worst build imaginable because it's like tall wall height. The thing is like if I were to do that, I would probably allow myself to use platforms, which would be like a game changer. It's like you can make a 2-story house, but really it's 1 story. If you use tall wall height. So yeah. So I'm kind of thinking about that. That's a cool let's build idea. So I'm trying to think like, should I do another let's build after this? Should I? kind of want to, honestly, but now we're working on the artist room. I think this room is so small and cute. I like the way it looks. Hopefully, not a lot of people will take up the easels. But I did give you a little reference photo, I guess. I put one woodworking table in here, and the rest is just decoration. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is pretty simple. On the outside, under, I guess, the balcony and building area, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I put a grill and I put some outdoor tables, and that's pretty much it. I put some bushes on the outside for landscaping. So it's pretty simple. I don't know if I put a no, I think I did put a thermostat because you don't know what the weather would ever be in this place, I guess. Also, I'm so interested in living in Nordhoven because I haven't lived here yet in none of my gameplays. Currently, I moved on to the second generation of my short legacy generation. No, short legacy challenge. I don't know. Um, she lives in Sulani. I never lived in Sulani before, so this is a change. I haven't fully played there yet. She's just getting started, so once she got started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. Also, this reminds me, I literally ran to my game because I was playing at nighttime, I guess, a little bit, and I woke up and when I entered The Sims, I was like, wait a minute. Did I save and exit from Manage Worlds? Because we all know there's a bug at the moment with photos. Um, so I was like, oh my gosh, please tell me my photos aren't black. If they are, it's too late because I already gave her a makeover. Um, so it's just, yeah, but they're not black, thankfully. I was a little worried about that, but I was kind of thinking where, here's the thing. I'm in the Rose generation, basic. Well, not really. I'm not in the Rose generation. They're both children, though. I'm in the Rose gen of Not So Berry and Sims and Bloom. They're both children at the moment, so they're kind of, at the same, we're basically we're just in the same place. So it makes sense for the politician, I think, to live in San Myshuno, but for the Sims and Bloom challenge, um they have to complete the city native aspiration, which again makes sense in San Myshuno. So I feel like both of them have to live in San Myshuno, which kind of sucks. But then I was like, maybe it'll be fine if my politician lives in Ciudad Enamorada because I don't think I ever had a sim live there yet either. Hopefully I said that right. If I did it, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I should say this, but one thing that kind of irks me is like you saying something wrong, especially if it's in another language, and then people judging you for it. It's just like, please teach me. I'm trying. I'm sorry. Like I'm being so serious. I'm not saying it wrong on purpose. But that's just that, I guess. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I did put a thermostat, so that's good. And then this is just me working on the main area, not really sure um what I should do with this area because it's so blank. It's so empty, like something is missing. Hopefully your Sims don't find it ugly. There was a point in time, this was at the beginning, but I brought my sim in and she found it poorly decorated. I guess we'll have to see how she feels today. So yeah, I put some music, we have some bookshelves. Very simple, but yeah, I also put I think I put like a little board, I guess, of like things that could be going on in Nordhaven. So yeah, that is also very interesting. And yeah, I mean the new kits are coming out this week. We get three new kits. Oh my gosh. Also, the way I did the last kit review, I don't think I'm gonna do it for this kit review. I don't think it's that worth it. Like the descriptions are kind of nice. I love reading them, but I just think it's probably easier just for me to record and not read the description so I can actually talk about it with you because when I'm reading the descriptions, I don't really give my input, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I love how this build is coming out. It's pretty cute. I think we should probably be moving on to the inside because I mean, I feel like no, actually, I still have to do the main area. I haven't done the main area yet. I haven't switched it around because I'm like, what do I do with this? I'm jumping everywhere. I'm so confused. I was like, do I put carpet? Like, no, that's a terrible choice. But anyway, the new kits that we get is the kitchen clutter kit. I believe it's like the Golden Ages kit for elders, assuming that's a creator sim kit for elders. Like I feel like that's obvious. And then I think there's like a restoration workshop. I don't know, but something like that. Something to do with workshop. Um, so I'm curious about what those could be about. I feel like the workshop could be like kind of like a garage, maybe. I'm not sure. I did get rid of one of the game tables though to put this island piece to put the computers, finally figuring things out. And then I decided to put up some blinds. But yeah, I feel like the workshop could be like maybe a woodworking kit, I guess woodworking, decorating kit, shed type of thing, or a garage. It could work for a garage too. Shed, garage, same thing, whatever. Some people use their garages as a shed, so I think it's fine. And then I'm so curious about the kitchen clutter kit. I want it so bad. The thing is like for my schedule, this is the last video that I'm recording. I guess you could say for my schedule next week. Next week for me, but not this week for you, whatever. It's fine. Um, but you know, I have the kit review to do, and then I was like, okay, I can make an old couple, and then I was like, okay, then I can build a home with the new kits, with all the new kits. I don't know if I would do limited pack, but we shall see. But yeah, I have like 3 videos I need to record back to back so quickly that I'm a little worried about, and I will say it makes no sense for me to like make the home and just prepare it because none of this stuff is going to be like for building, which makes sense. It's not going to be for building. So yeah, I could go build the house, but the thing is like I did that for the sleek bathroom kit, and then I was like, yeah, this is not the vibes. This apartment that I tried to do, not the vibes. So I think I should wait. Hopefully the home won't be that big. I guess it just depends on what we get. But yeah. Um I did figure out the I don't even know, the main space. I figured it out. I also ended up putting a dumpster because, you know, that's one place you could woohoo, but also I feel like every community lot needs a dumpster for whatever. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much the build. I probably paint the ceilings, I get some lights outside, and all that good stuff. Oh, this is where I grabbed the grill. We haven't placed that down yet, and I placed some tables as well. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna give you a tour in a minute. So, oh, also, I guess I don't know. Anyways, this video is kind of moving at a slower pace than usual. It's at 5 times speed, which is what I used to do, but then I was like, maybe 7 times speed isn't that bad. So, yeah. Anyways, I think I ended up getting a bench next to the back door. I'm not really sure, honestly, but I did know from the front I didn't enjoy how the grill looked. I did not want to look at the grill, so I was like trying to cover that up. And I did end up using this fence, this tall fence, medium height fence from Eco Lifestyle, but it clips to the upstairs. You can see it through the ground in the gym. So I ended up deleting that, unfortunately. And then this is where I place the garbage bin. And then I paint the roof, and I think we're officially done. There shouldn't be anything else, I hope. But yeah, let's hop into the game and I will give you guys a tour. Okay, so I built it on this lot. It's a 20 by 15. Oh my gosh, why did I think it was 30 by 20? I don't know, looking at it from a horizontal perspective, I guess, made me thought like, oh, maybe it's bigger. And I built it where one of the townies lived because I thought, you know, this was a cute space. So I guess this is the smallest rec center I ever built since it's 20 by 15. That is crazy. So this is what it looks like on the outside. Off camera, I added the sign and the kiosk, but let me give you a tour. So once you walk in, we have 2 game tables. You can still see the table, so you can easily click it, but you know, from far away, I hope you don't really see it that much. But we have a mirror, we have this beautiful painting, we have bookshelves, we have this beautiful seating area, we have laptops, and then over here, if you go through this door, this is how you get to the art room. So pretty simple, we have a mess. We have some easels, we have our woodworking working table, and then we have our little reference photo. So I think that's lovely. Then we have this bathroom downstairs. When you go upstairs, we have a stereo, we have a teaching spot, more bookshelves, we have a clock, and then this is how you get into the gym space. So they also have a stereo. I think it's pretty nice, pretty simple. On the balcony, we have the telescope and the yoga mat, and then this is the bathroom for the gym. So they have lockers, they have robes, we have a shower, and yeah, that is pretty much the full build. I guess if you walk in the back, we have a bench, we have monkey bars, we have a grill and some tables, and then on this side we just have a dumpster. You can just come over here, park your bike, and enjoy the rec center. But I guess I should show you that it works. So again, you can click on the puzzles, but you can also choose to change the game. But if you want to change the game, you have to click down here at the game table. So you could play Don't Wake the Llama. And I will say I'm a little confused, so maybe this doesn't work for everything, because I placed Don't Wake the Llama. When you click on the table, it says change game or replace. So that kind of makes me think like, oh, does the game also shrink? Is that the issue? Because if that's the case, we're not playing Don't Wake the Llama here. Maybe we can play cards. Play cards with Serena. Ooh, they do not like each other, which makes sense. Oh, maybe it doesn't work. I mean, it works with the puzzle. I tried it with her. I'm pretty sure you've seen it through the speed build. Okay, let's play symbols. Practice symbols. Okay, don't see anything happening. Maybe this doesn't work, but in my defense, it worked when I playtested it. I'm gonna have him change it back to puzzles and see what happens. Nothing, okay. My little trick doesn't work at all. And I'm so sorry if I got your hopes up. We don't even need a basement because none of this works. We can make this all normal size. So I'm gonna have him change this one to puzzles. So I guess I'll re-save this to my library. Hopefully everything is good with the building before I leave. So I just called this the Nordhaven Rec Center. Also, this lot comes with the trait that cannot be removed, but it says great view. The beautiful views are sure to lift anyone's spirits. So I think that's lovely. And if you want to download, it will be on my gallery at simsdeelicious, and this is how many packs I used. So sorry. I think this build is cute. I'm gonna leave the video off here. She's grilling back there, but if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. You are important, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!